optional weights. I have two 5-pounds. You can do lighter, probably not anything too heavy, or you can also opt out of it. Okay, start in down dog. Okay, start with a little bend in your knees. You can have the heels lifted. Think of reaching your hips towards the ceiling. Right, soft bend in the knees. Okay, especially if the low back or hamstrings are tight. And just take some breaths here. All right, think of pressing the floor away. Take a nice big full inhale. Try to fill the back of the body with air. And then just an easy exhale out. Maybe start to feel your heels get closer to the floor. A few more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Think of reaching your hips up towards the ceiling. Inhale. And exhale. Right. Start to pedal through the feet. Bend one knee, drop the opposite heel. Switch and go from side to side. Maybe watch the ankles. Right. See if they sickle in or out. Think of straight up, straight down with the heels. Equal pressure, pinky toe to big toe. All right, just settle into stillness. You can keep a bend behind the knees. Think of wrapping the outer arms out and around. All right, try to avoid sitting into the shoulders and letting the back arch. Think of a long neutral spine, tailbone out through the crown of the head. And almost think of sort of spreading your sit bones back behind you. All right, now just walk your hands back towards your feet. Let the head dangle. Right, nod the head up and down, side to side. Okay, then take your hands to your shins. Come to a flat back, right? Maybe a little extension. Think of looking out towards the front edge of your mat. Right, reaching your hips behind you, and then almost imagine you could spread the mat with your feet. Just get nice and long, and then forward fold as you exhale. Do that again. Inhale to glance out, long spine, shoulder blades roll down away from the ears, and then exhale, forward fold, soft bend in the knees. Okay, one more time, lift up. Hold here, right? And then let's reach our arms out overhead. Think of your biceps by your ears, and then almost angle your pinky fingers up towards the ceiling. Think of a broad shelf for your shoulder blades, keeping that bend in your knees, and then forward fold. Okay, walk back out into your downward dog. Let's lift your right leg straight up. Keep the hips square, flex your right foot. Maybe a little bend in your left knee. Right now you can open up the hip, so externally rotate through that right hip. Hug your left hip in, and then send your right heel to your right glute. Okay, maybe find a stretch through the left inner thigh, the right outer hip. Keep pressing both hands down evenly and try to keep your shoulders squared. Come back to parallel. And then set that right foot down, right? And then switch. Your left leg lifts up just to the height of the hip. Keep the hip squared, hip bones shine down, and then open that hip up. Try to hug your left shoulder in and your right hip in. Left heel to the glute. Reach your left knee open. You can keep a bend in that right knee if you need. And then re-level out the hips, set the foot down. Okay, now come to hands and knees. Wrist under shoulders, knees under hips, right, one long line. Press the tops of the feet down. And then just notice the space in between your knees and between your inner thighs, and keep that space the same as you go through cat-cow. So inhale to lift the chest, the gaze. And then exhale, round through the spine without rocking your weight back. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round, right? So keep pressing the hands down evenly, the shins down evenly. Keep equal pressure from left to right. Okay, go a few more rounds here. come to neutral. Okay, so from here, you're just gonna take a few rounds of breath. Another inhale. Now as you exhale, I want you to think of lifting the pelvic floor, letting the abdominals wrap around the spine, and then trying to knit the front of your ribs together. Okay, don't let the spine move, don't tuck the tailbone, don't arch the low back. Do that again, inhale. Exhale from the bottom up. Inhale from the top down. Exhale, like you're blowing out candles. One more time. Inhale, back of the body expands. Exhale, pelvic floor, inner thighs, low belly, mid, and then ribs come together. Now hold this exhale. Lift your right arm up by your side without shifting your weight side to side. Set it down, take an inhale. Exhale, lift the left. Set it down one more time. Exhale, lift the right. Set it down. Exhale, lift the left. Control it from the center. Come back down. Take a round of cat-cow. Right, come to neutral. Okay. Stay level from left to right. You're going to keep the bend behind your right knee and just reach your right foot up towards the ceiling and then lower it down. Okay, exhale, lift, right, without arching the back. You're neutral and then lower down. You should almost feel this right where the glute and the hamstrings meet. Okay. You can work with a flexed or a pointed foot. Okay. Exhale as you lift. Inhale, lower down. Keep pressing your left hand down into the mat. Go for 3, for 2. Right, lift and hold. From here, just extend your right leg behind you and then bend it back in. Inhale, reach your right leg straight. Exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 1. Lower the right knee down. Okay, now lift the right knee out to the side. Lift and lower. 8. Try to avoid your left hip going out to the left. Try to press both hands down evenly. Spread the shoulder blades across the back of the ribs. 4. 3. Press the floor away. 2. 1, just lift and hold, and then set it down. Okay, we'll switch sides. Okay, lift the left foot up. Just hold for a second. Make sure the hips are squared, hip bones shining down towards the floor. Gaze is out in front of you a few inches. Neutral neck, neutral spine, and then lower the leg down to a hover. Same bend behind the knee, right? So the angle behind the knee doesn't change. Right, be really mindful that you don't arch through the low back as you lift your left leg. The abdominals are wrapping around the spine, keeping the pelvis stable. Exhale, inhale. Exhale. Maybe a soft bend in your elbows. Lift for 5. Lift for 4. Lift for 3. Lift for 2. Lift for 1. You're going to hold. Extend the left leg. Exhale, bend back in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Reach and bend. Imagine that left thigh staying completely still. 4. 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, and then those little clams or fire hydrants out to the side. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Lift and down, right? Imagine that left knee, right, staying in line with your right knee, right? As you open and as you lower down, okay? Stays on the same line. Feel the left side seat engage. Hug your right hip in. Move with control. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Lower down. Come to a child's pose. Walk your hands over to the right. Take your round of breath. And then switch. Okay, now come up. Grab your weights. You can just start with one weight. Okay, come to like a modified side plank. Okay, but walk your left knee a little away from you so it's not directly underneath your hip. And then your left wrist is a little beyond your left shoulder. Okay, you're gonna reach your right arm straight up. Option to have the weight in your hands, in your right hand. Okay, and then think of lengthening the left waist and tucking your left hip underneath of you. Take it, inhale. And as you exhale, just leave your right arm underneath the left and then lift. Making sure the hips don't move, right? Twisting from the ribs. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. It's like you're wringing out the waist. Have a soft bend in your right elbow. Little bend in your left elbow. 3, 2, 1 more. Now reach your right arm straight up. Bend your right elbow down by your waist. Reach it up. And then reach your right arm overhead with the palm facing the floor. Right? Make sure you're not bulging through your low belly. Right? You don't want all that pressure going down. Okay, you want to control this weight. If the weight is too heavy, then do it without the weight. Exhale, reach. Right arm up, right arm bends, reach it up. Exhale, reach. Up, bend, up, reach. Lengthen through this right side, right waist. 3, reach, come up, bend, reach. 2, come up, bend, reach. 1, and come all the way up. Right, starting position, right arm straight up. You're just gonna lift your right leg up as you exhale. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Slow control, lift. And lower down. Right, lift. Keep hugging your left hip underneath you. As you exhale, think of sending the front of your ribs down towards your pubic bone. Keep the right leg lengthening out. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Lower down, come up, and we'll switch sides. Okay, on the right side. Again, that right knee is almost at a diagonal underneath the right hip. Wrist beyond the shoulder. Left arm up. One long line through both waists. Square your hips in front of you. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale. Right, your gaze can follow. Neck stays in line with your spine. Lift, exhale, twist. Right, think of all of this coming from the low belly. It's like the space between your hip bones flattens as you exhale. Two more. One more. Arm stays up. What do we do next? You're going to lift your left leg up. Lower it down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 5. Think of pressing the floor away with your right hand. 3. Hug the right hip underneath you. 2. 1. And rest. Right, I forgot our reaching with the arm. So bend the left elbow down by your waist. Reach it up. And then exhale, reach overhead. Come back up. Bend. Reach. Exhale, overhead. Come up. Right, keep the front of the chest open as you bring that left elbow by your waist. And then long through the sides of the body. Reach, control it with the ribs, and then bend. Right, think of pulling your ribs gently together as you reach that left arm overhead. Think neck in line with spine. Almost think of pressing the back of your head into a wall behind you. Reach. Come up and bend. 2 more. Up, over, up, and bend. 1 more. Reach. Up, bend, and come up. Okay, grab both weights into your hands, be kneeling, and just lift your arms out to the side, and then lower down. Lift, and lower. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Exhale, grow tall, inhale down. Exhale, inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down. All right, keep the weights close by, just come to lie onto your back. All right, hug your knees into your chest for a moment. All right, then take the feet flat down onto the floor. Knees are bent, hip width distance apart. Anchor the balls of the feet, the heels into the floor. Okay, think of being neutral. Your pubic bone and your hip bones shine directly towards the ceiling, and then your sacrum is flat on the mat. Right, reach your arms straight up, and then reach through the pinky edge of your hands and press the top of the back of your head down, and think of just softening underneath your bra line. Right, as you inhale, let's just open both arms out to the side. Let them hover over the floor, and then exhale, bring your arms back up. All right, so inhale, broaden through the front of the chest. Think of keeping that width across the chest as you close your arms and exhale. Inhale, ribs expand to the side, arms expand to the side, and then exhale, gentle knitting of the ribs as you close your arms. Inhale, exhale. Out, and in. Do 1 more. Right, match this with your breath. Inhale as you go out. Exhale, pelvic floor, low belly, ribs connect. Now from here, inhale, reach your arms overhead without arching through the back, and then exhale, arms come back up. Right, chin away from your chest, length through the back of the neck. Exhale, up. Right, just do 3 more. One more, and come up. Take your hands behind your head. Okay, take an inhale. Make sure let's lift our elbows so you can see them. And then exhale, lift your chest. Almost think of reaching your pubic bone away from you, so you're truly in a neutral position. Think of sending your ribs towards your hips. And then inhale, lower down. Exhale, blow candles out as you exhale. Inhale, exhale. Right, if you see bulging down in your low belly, then I want you to keep the head down and avoid lifting the chest. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. 2, One more. Lower down. Lift one more time and hold. All right, think of keeping equal weight on the base of your pelvis. And I just want you to lift your right leg to tabletop. As you inhale, lower your right toes down, and then exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Think of stopping right at tabletop as you lift your right knee. Okay, the angle behind the knee stays the same. 5, 4, 3, 2, do one more, and rest. Right, we'll switch sides. See the elbows, sacrum flat, hips level, inhale. Start your exhale, and then lift up. Same thing with the left side. You're in tabletop. You're going to inhale to lower down. Exhale, lift. Down and lift. Try not to grip with that right foot. Let the right foot be relaxed. And then try not to let the chest go down and up as you move the leg down and up. Hinging at that left hip, you crease at the hip to come up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, take the weights into your hands, reach your arms straight up. Again, reach to the pinky edge of your hands. Feet are flat, little bend in your elbows. Inhale and exhale, lift up into your bridge. Okay, just lift up evenly and then lower your hips down to hover. Exhale, up. Inhale, exhale. Down and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, knees reach over your toes. 2, lift and hold. From here, do a chest fly out to the side, little bend in your elbows, and then exhale, come back up to where you started. Keep the hips level, space between the knees stays the same, weight on the feet stays the same. Inhale, exhale, in, out. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. From here, can you lift your heels and lower your heels? Even lift, even lower. Lift and lower. 8, 7, 6, just a gentle tuck of your tailbone. You don't want to feel sort of any sagging in the low back. You want to feel supported. 3, 2, 1, lift. And I want you to just articulate down as you reach your arms towards the ceiling. Okay, so slowly roll back down, bone by bone. Okay, set the heels down. Come into like a wide second position, so heels turn in, toes turn out. Knees are just tracking over your toes. Okay, from here I want you to round the low back, so tuck your tailbone, and then you're going to lift the rest of your spine up. Okay, hold at the top, take it, inhale. Exhale, articulate down. Underneath the sternum, the mid-back, the low back, tailbone hits, inhale at the bottom. Exhale up. Inhale, exhale down. Imagine reaching your knees out towards your pinky toes as you roll down. Exhale up. Roll back down. Just do 2 more. Roll up. roll down. Do one more, roll up and hold. From here, press your knees out and then just let them come back an inch, right? So find that resistance within your outer seat, outer thighs, glutes, just a tiny little press out, okay? Now option to open your arms a little wider. Front of the chest is open. You're almost like in a V position with your arms, right? But reach through the crown of your head. Keep using your exhale. 3, 2, 1. Come to center, reach your arms up, roll all the way down. Okay, lower your arms by your side for a second. Sway your knees side to side. Okay, and then reach arms up. Take your right leg to tabletop. Okay, as you inhale, you're just going to let your right toes reach for the floor. They don't have to touch the floor. And you're going to chest fly with the arms. And then exhale, close the arms, right leg to take back to table, knee over your head. So inhale, hinge at the hip, toes reach for the mat. Exhale, up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, right? Keep going. Press the left foot just gently into the mat. The left hip stays heavy on the mat. Back of the head is heavy. The sides of your waist stay long, equal distance between ribs and hips, right? Notice if you're favoring one side. For 4. For 3. For 2. One more. Right, knee with the arms straight up, right leg and tabletop. Reach the right leg straight up. Flex the right foot, lower it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down without the low back arching. Exhale, up. Inhale. Exhale. Just do 2 more. You can have a soft bend behind the right knee. Okay. I might soften the front of the thigh a little. One more. Set the right foot down, lower your arms for a second, side to side. Okay, and then we'll switch. So same thing, left to tabletop, lower the right leg, open the arms, exhale, lift. But if you want more, both legs could work in tabletop, okay? Inhale down, exhale up. Lower down and lift. Small bend in your elbows. Almost feel a stretch across the front of the chest as you open your arms out to the side. Hip bones shine towards the ceiling, sacrum flattens to the mat. Soft right foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Straighten the left leg, flex the foot. Lower it down as you inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Don't tuck the tailbone as you lift the left leg up. Inhale. Soften the front of the ribs down as you exhale. Right, that lateral and posterior inhale. One more. And rest. Drop the weights down. Okay, reach both legs out and reach your arms out overhead. Walk your feet over to the right. Walk your hands over to the right. Maybe give your left wrist a pull and just find a side stretch. Try to keep pressing that left hip down, the left waist down. Right, so you're still anchored to the mat. And switch. Walk over to the left. Right, sort of arcing over to the side from the hip down, from the hip up. Still trying to keep the hips pretty anchored. Fill the right waist with air as you inhale. Okay, and then come back up. You're going to roll roll to your side just to get up and come to a downward dog. Okay, hips are up, little bend in your knees. Okay, just like we started. Okay, just notice any differences. Maybe not the head up and down, soft bend in the elbows, shoulder blades wide, balls of the feet pressed down, pinky toe to big toe, spine is long. Okay, from here, lift your heels, roll yourself forward to a plank, and just hold. You can always set the knees down, okay, but option to have the knees up, and then lift your hips back to down dog. Do that a few times. Inhale, forward, broad through the back, exhale, lift. Right, don't collapse in the front of the chest, roll forward, neck in line with spine, reach through your heels, and then lift the hips. One more time, roll forward, articulate all the way up, and then articulate all the way back. Okay, reach your right leg up, parallel, hips squared, and then just step your right foot between your hands, set the left knee down. Okay, think of being pretty 90-90 here, right knee over the heel, and then reach your left arm up, over to the right, find that side stretch. Your right hand can go to the floor, it can rest on the right thigh. Try to keep your hips squared. Gaze out in front of you, chin away from your chest. Now set the left hand down. Okay, walk your right foot a little more forward, and then open up to the right. So you can be on those left fingertips. Keep the left knee down. Reach back through the inner left arch of your foot. Little twist. Come back down and just hold here. Frame your right foot. Try to lift your chest. Pull your right hip back and your left hip forward. Feel that stretch across the left thigh, left inner thigh, left hip flexors. And then hands down, step back to down dog. Switch. Okay, right at 90-90. Hips squared, crown of the head over the tailbone. Try to pull your left heel back as you scrub your right knee forward. Right arm up, a little side stretch. Keep squaring off the hips. Right, an active stretch here. Come down, right hand down. You can walk your right knee back and your left foot forward. Just find that little opening here across the front of the chest, the ribs. Reach the hands away from one another. Reach out through the crown of the head. Hug your left knee in, so make sure your left knee isn't going out to the side. Frame your left foot and just pause. You can always take your hands to your thigh or down to the mat, right? But keep length through the spine. Hug that left knee in. Frame the foot. Step back to down dog. Okay, walk your hands back towards your feet. Little bend in your knees. Let's interlace your hands behind your back. Knuckles towards the ceiling. Nod the head. Sway side to side. Okay, and then slowly roll up. Head comes up last. Take an inhale to reach. And then exhale down. Well done.